Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about
Boop. Boop.
But before we do, we just want to remind you to subscribe to us so you can see our videos as they come out. We know that the majority of you watching right now are not subscribed.
What gives?
And you totally want to. You don't want to miss all the fun that happens here. Boop is designed by Scott Brady, and it is published by Smirk and Laughter, otherwise known as Smirk Dagger.
I even got the signed copy by Scott Brady himself. Who else would sign it, I guess?
Boop, the cat would sign it.
Yeah, right, exactly. This is a two-player abstract game. In this game, basically what you're doing is you have these kittens. They eventually are going to turn into cats, and they're all jumping around on this adorable mattress. You're trying to get 3 of them in a row of those full-grown, full cats. But basically, as they're hopping on the mattress, all the cats are bouncing away from them, so it's very hard to wrangle them and get 3 of them in a row. All right, so let me give you a quick overview of how to play. All right, here's our starting setup for Boop. What you're actually going to do is you're going to take the bottom of the box, turn it upside down, put this quilted mattress top on top of it, and it gives you this fantastic bed playing area. So each player is going to have 8 kittens in their color, and also 8 of the larger cats in their color, but those are going to set off to the side for now. Whoever most recently pet a cat is going to go first. What they're going to do is they're going to take one of their pieces, and they're going to place it anywhere on the board. What we are trying to do is we are trying to get 3 of our kittens in a row in order to upgrade them into cats. And then ultimately, to win the game, you're trying to get 3 of your cats in a row. The trick is, though, the cats keep on bouncing away from each other. So the other player's going to take their turn, they're going to place their piece. What's going to happen is anything that's around it is going to get booped away one spot in that same direction. That includes your own pieces as well. So, for instance, if I were to do this, both the orange and the gray cat would boop away. That does count for diagonals as well. Over here on the gray side, we actually have 2 things already in a row, which is fantastic because when there's 2 things in a row, that cannot be pushed. So for instance, we could do this, and that is going to give us our 3 in a row that we're looking for. We're going to remove all 3 of them from the board. Now we're going to take 3 of our large cats, and we're going to upgrade them. So now we can play with those as well. The cats are much bigger than the kittens. Kittens cannot boop a cat away, but a cat can boop other cats as well as kittens away. Let's pretend we have a situation where we have 3 in a row that is kind of a mix of cats and kittens. You're still going to remove all 3 of them from the board, but you're only going to upgrade the kittens. So you can put those 2 back in the box and bring in 2 of your cats as your playable pieces. So that's how the game is going to work. You're going to go back and forth, trying to get 3 in a row of your kittens in order to upgrade them into cats, and then ultimately you're trying to get 3 of your cats in a row. It can be horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. The first person to do that is declared the winner. There is an alternative win condition. If you upgraded all of your kittens into cats, and you have all 8 of your cats on the board somehow at the end of your turn, but you don't have 3 in a row, you win the game that way as well. The middle of the board typically is the strongest spot to be. If you are on the edge, you can be booped off the edge by another player or even by yourself. So you kind of want to watch out for that. Although getting knocked off the board is a good way to get your pieces back so you can put them in a better position later on. There is a variant that you can play for a quicker game or for younger players where you just use the kittens. You put the cats back in the box and basically try to get 3 of your kittens in a row. That's a fast, fun way to play that still provides some challenge.
I thought the bed was adorable. Because it was. You could have so easily just made that a board and put the squares on it. But not only do they have this like quilt, but it's even like it's quilted. It has like these individual little squares, and it is so cute and adorable when you lay it out, and especially during the game when you have all little pieces out there with an actual little mini little quilt. I just really like that that choice that they took.
Yeah, it has definitely, like, I don't know if the curb appeal is the right way,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
From across the room, you're like, what's going on over there? What's that mattress they're playing on? I want to know more.
What's that mattress they're playing on? The cute little mattress.
I love how simple the game is. It's just basically just playing a kitten or playing a cat on the board. But it's all open information, right? There's no luck in this game. There's no randomization. There's no hidden information. There's no cards. None of that stuff. Every option that you can take is available for you to figure out as well as for your opponent. So even though the action of just placing a cat is simple, there is a lot of kind of background things going on in your head. okay, so if I go there, well, then maybe they're going to go back here. And you know what? Then if they do that, then I can capitalize on that, and then I can move them over there, and then I can get my 3 in a row, or whatever the case is. So you're kind of always thinking in the background of 2, 3, 4 moves ahead, trying to make sure that you get your, block them from doing what they need to do, as well as advance your own goals as well.
Yeah.
So I love that kind of simple action, but it has ripple effects throughout the game.
I am actually quite horrible at open information games. I need just a little bit of luck in my games. But that didn't bother me at all in Boop. And here is the reason why. Because you can still do something, right? Like, even if I'm not going to win, because I know Ryan's going to think 10 spaces ahead where I'm only thinking 5 ahead, I know that at least I'm going to be able to make some of my kittens cats. And you need to have that sense of accomplishment. So even though the majority of the times that Ryan and I are going to play this, he'll win. He just will. Because he's great at that. He's just really great at open information games. But because I can still accomplish something while I'm playing the game, it's not going to be one of those games like Hive. I just refuse to play that with Ryan. It's just not fun. He's going to win. We're going to have a little bit of back and forth, and then he's going to win. And I didn't do anything in the game besides help Ryan win. But at least in Boop, I was able to make some of my kittens cats. I was able to push some of Ryan's pieces off of the board. Like, I was able to do something. So even though I lost, I still felt accomplished.
I like kind of how there's 2 stages to the game, right? First, you have these kittens. They're adorable. They're bouncing around the board. You're trying to get 3 in a row, trying to upgrade them into cats. But then once you have some of those cats, you have to kind of think a little bit differently. It's just a small little adjustment you need to make, because your own kittens, and as well as your opponent's kittens, cannot move your cats. So now you have these big stalwart, heavy set cats sitting on the board. They're going to be a lot harder to move around, and you have to plan accordingly. So that also is a good way to kind of maybe combine things so you can get your 3 in a row, but maybe you use it with a kittens and cats combined, so that way you can kind of, again, progress your end of game goal of getting 3 cats in a row. So I got a little small adjustment you need to make in your brain halfway through the game. Once you have more of those cats than you have kittens, it's a lot of fun.
Okay, so this game is great, and I really liked it. But here's some other things about the game that I think are excellent about it. I think it's going to have a lot of staying power, and I think a lot of people are going to be talking about it for years to come. Didn't you say, like, it sold out at PAX U?
Yeah, at PAX U, they were flying off the shelves.
Yes, because I think that this game, it does something that not a lot of our hobby games are able to do. I think that this game has the mass potential to break outside of the hobby sphere, because the pieces are adorable, because the rule set is so easy, and because it's easy to play, and it doesn't take forever to play. It's going to be a game that can easily be accessible to people outside of the hobby, while still being a wonderful game. I could totally see this game at a pet store, right? I could totally see that there, and I could see people being interested in that. I just think it has this, it's going to break outside of the modern hobby world.
I agree 100%. I think that, first of all, I want to be forthright and say that Bethany and I were playtesters of this game. We have been fans of this game for a long time. It has been amazing to see how it's developed and how Scott and Smirk Dagger took it to the next level.
We're in the rule book.
That's right, a little footnote in the rule book. So, oh my gosh, this is a game that, we have seen just absolutely grow and become so cool. Just so much, first of all, it's attractive, it is adorable. It has a thinkiness to it that doesn't brain burn you, but it still gives you a good amount of, there's a thought tree there, kind of the actions.
It's not mindless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is a thinky game, but it doesn't feel like it's...
it's not mindless, but feels mindless.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying it doesn't burn your brain, it doesn't hurt your brain, but at the same time, you still get to use your brain. Just the right amount. This is a game that is, for a 2-player abstract game, this is a go-to. This is an absolute go-to for us. If you've got people in your life who like 2-player abstract games, like something like chess, for instance, introduce them to something like Boop. I think they are going to love it.
They're going to be hooked is what it's going to be. You're going to be like, why did I introduce you to this game? I cannot play it for the 100th time. Please stop. That's what's going to happen if you do that. So do it. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.